As a local in Hawaii, I wanted to offer 10 practical and helpful recommendations on what to pack for your Hawaii vacation. All of these items are pretty common, but you may not think to bring them with you, and I'd like to save you the frustration later. Of course, you can purchase these items in Hawaii, but why not save yourself the time, stress, and money? Item number 1, utensils. Now this one may seem strange, but hear me out. Bring a set of utensils with you to Hawaii, preferably the metal ones. If you didn't know, Oahu is going through a transition right now where the restaurants are prohibited from using and giving out certain plastic products. This has affected everything from the plate lunch containers to the straws, but most importantly, it will affect the utensils at the beginning of 2022. With how busy the restaurants are in 2021, chances are you'll probably be doing some takeout, which will mean that you'll be eating back at the hotel room. And just a heads up, you also want to make sure that you request utensils from the restaurant when you do takeout, because as of right now, you have to ask the restaurants or they're not going to provide it automatically. Hey, you wouldn't ask for one fork. Lose money. So next year, no more single-use plastic utensils. Now, some restaurants have already made the transition to using environmentally friendly utensils, which is great for the environment, but not so great if you're trying to cut hamburger steak. I can't tell you how many forks and knives I've already broken while eating out. I mean, these utensils are just not as strong as the regular plastic ones. And you don't want to be stuck with one of these if you don't know how to use them. Item 2, reusable shopping bag. Also another thing you probably wouldn't think about bringing to Hawaii, but if you plan on doing any shopping, especially at the grocery store, Walmart, or Target, you want to make sure that you bring a reusable shopping bag. As of 2021, Oahu and Maui have a single-use plastic bag ban. And it's one of those things that you really only forget once. It's usually at the worst possible moment when your cart is full of stuff and you think you can carry everything back to the car, but really it's just gonna fall on the ground. And so you're forced then to buy one of these bags. So just make sure that you have an extra bag with you. Item 3, battery pack. So this is more of a post-trip item that you'll realize you needed, but then it will be too late at that point. Everyone is carrying devices these days and they all take a lot of power. So it's just smart planning to bring an extra battery pack with you so that everyone's devices are fully charged and you can capture all of the great moments for your trip. But you'll probably want to bring a battery pack for the airport when you're flying home. I mean, you're probably not familiar with Honolulu's airport, so let me just give you a quick heads up. The gates at the airport are notorious for not having enough outlets. Hey, where outlets stay? I only get 4%. I like watch this YouTube video. Bruh, this Hawaii guy, you seen him, bruh. The bug funny. In fact, some of the gates have no outlets at all, but the ones that do have them, they are located in the worst possible locations, tucked away somewhere in the corner, blocked by like the trash can, and really there's only like 2 outlets. Hey, get one extra outlet I can use. Yeah, can sample. So do yourself a favor and bring a battery pack to the airport, especially if you're gonna arrive early. I mean, you could be that nice person and bust out the power strip so that other people can share. I've done that in the past, but battery pack, pretty helpful. And no, you won't really be able to buy the good battery packs in Hawaii because they don't really ship them here. And the ones that are sold in Hawaii are pretty marked up. Item 4, proper footwear. Depending on what you're planning on your Hawaii vacation, you should bring the proper footwear. I mean, don't worry too much about the slippers or flip-flops. Hey, we call them slippers, okay? Because you can buy them here for like $5. But make sure to pack shoes if you'll be doing any sort of hiking. I mean, trust me on this one. You don't want to be the tourist who decides to walk up Coco Head in high heels or slippers. It's going to be very bad blisters or even injury. I mean, I've seen some tourists do some pretty advanced hikes in incorrect footwear, and I'm thinking to myself, bruh, that's one sprained ankle and one helicopter rescue waiting for happen. For me, I'd pack slippers or flip-flops for casual everyday activities and a good pair of walking shoes for even the beginner level hikes. Hey, you remember little kid time where you put them on your hands and you run fast kind? You could even get away with probably wearing these shoes to dinner since in Hawaii, we're pretty casual. Item 5, beach bag. I'm assuming that if you're coming to Hawaii, you're planning at least one beach trip, and I'd recommend bringing a beach bag big enough to hold all of your stuff. And a backpack might work, but beware that the sand will probably get in the bag and you'll be dusting out the sand for weeks. Bro, the sand don't come off, the bucket stays stuck. I'm a big fan of the large tote bags that'll fit a towel, a water bottle, and snacks. And of course, with our son, we usually have a second bag for all of his stuff. And just a quick aside for the guys out there, I highly recommend using a small bag. Now, it's not a man purse, okay, but I will say this bag has definitely changed my day-to-day life, mostly making it easier for me to carry all my stuff. This bag can carry my wallet, phone, keys, pen, sanitizer, camera, and I don't have to stuff it all in my limited pocket space. And the thing about Hawaii is that you probably won't be wearing your usual jeans with all those pockets. I mean, you're probably wearing shorts, maybe even board shorts, and good luck trying to fit everything into those pockets. Item 6, water bottle. When you come to Hawaii, you're gonna wanna make sure that you hydrate. So please bring water. It gets hot in Hawaii, especially during the summers. And make sure that you bring water with you when you hike. Oh, I say thirsty. Can I sample some water? And you know what? If you never use it, just leave it in the car. But better to have water than not bring it at all and you're gonna be dehydrated. Besides, some places are gonna charge a lot for a bottle of water, $4 to $5. So just gonna wanna avoid that tourist trap. Item 7, travel umbrella. Now you might think that Hawaii is gonna be sunshine and rainbows every day, but if you think for a second, what usually precedes a rainbow? Yeah, it's rain. So it rains a lot in Hawaii, particularly on Kauai and in Hilo. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you bring some kind of umbrella. This is an umbrella that I bought in Japan. It was like $5. And what I love about it is that it's clear, so I can actually see through when I'm walking around. I think it's really too hot to be wearing a rain jacket all the time, but you know, a travel umbrella is a lot less trouble. It's something that I would just leave in the car just in case, because chances are good that you'll encounter at least one day of rain on your vacation, and you don't want to be that one tourist who's stuck under the coconut tree trying to wait out the rain. Hey bro, don't worry, the rain almost pow. Item 8, sunscreen. So this is actually one I'm a little bit hesitant to recommend. Not because I don't think skincare is important, but because of a recent law that was passed in Hawaii that bans certain chemicals in sunscreen. So you want to make sure that you're using sunscreen daily in Hawaii because the intensity of the sun is really high, even if it's just an overcast day. Just make sure that it doesn't contain oxybenzone and oxytoxin. Wait, hold up. Hey, how you say this? Oxybenzone and octinoxate? That's how you say them. Hey, you sure? What, you went private school? There you go. Which have been shown to damage the coral reefs. I mean, it's cool if you want to come to Hawaii to get a tan, just don't burn your skin and glow red. It's not really a great look. Item 9, hat and sunglasses. So to go along with sunscreen, you want to make sure that you pack a hat and sunglasses. And most of the beaches I've been to don't really have shade, so you're going to be sitting out there for maybe an hour or two. And you're going to want to make sure that you protect your head and your face and your shoulders. I actually really like using this big hat. I feel kind of ridiculous sometimes, but it's great at providing shade for my head and parts of my shoulders, so I don't really mind. For sunglasses, I like Oakley's, but really anything with general UV protection is gonna be good. Item 10, bug spray. Hawaii has a lot of bugs that like to bite you, and the most annoying are the mosquitoes. I get them? Shoot. Because we have a lot of rain, there tends to be a lot of mosquitoes, and there is almost nothing worse than having mosquitoes buzz around you and there's nothing you can do about it. There are some hikes here that are so bad that I won't do them unless I'm covered in bug spray. So save yourselves days of scratching and make sure that you have some bug spray on hand. So I hope that these suggestions are helpful if you're planning a trip to Hawaii. Please let me know if I missed anything in the comments below. Thanks for watching and aloha.